You're fucking disgusting. Lisa wants to bleach her butthole. And
I didn't say
bedazzled.
bleach. I said no, there's bedazzled and there's bedazzled.
Hi everyone, this is episode 4 of the Collective Sessions. I thought we'd start off by Lisa not knowing I was recording early.
Wait, I was saying that?
Yep.
Oh shit. Well, hey. You know what? Diamonds and shiny things are my favorite.
You said diamonds in the rough because you're a horse of a different color?
No. It's not rough out here. If I would be bedazzled, it would be living. Like, I would have nipples bedazzled. Like, my eyebrows would have some glitz in them bitches. Everything would be just dazzled out. You have no clue.
So
I just did my nails with some diamonds on them, so it had me in the mood to just bedazzle everything, y'all. Sorry.
She felt pretty.
Fuck yeah, the quarantine. Okay, I don't know who else is listening, but the quarantine really puts a damper on your self-esteem, okay? I have never felt more of an old lady today than I have in my whole life. I was excited to go to Walgreens. A, that's fucking sad. B, guess what I made for dinner? Roast with potatoes. Rump roast with potatoes and carrots.
And onions.
And carrots. And I haven't, I purposely and was excited I bought like 4 pairs of pajamas that all have the matching shirt and shorts that are like that super soft material that I never change out of. That's sad, guys. Like, I feel like I'm aged 50 years being in this damn quarantine. There's no reason to get ready, and if it is, it's in the middle of the night and there's nothing to do.
She brought 4 sets of pajamas, and I brought 4 sets of Hawaiian shirts.
Oh my god, if anybody has seen Marcus lately, he is stuck in Hawaiian shirts.
No one's seen us. No one's seen me.
Oh, you know what?
No one knows what I look like anymore.
Yes. Whoever has you on TikTok, all your last 30 TikToks have been in Hawaiian shirts.
Yeah, they have. Well, no, people knew
I know when he's doing TikToks, y'all, because I see the microphone that he lip sings with in my new shelf.
No, I used to do Hawaiian shirts, and then I stopped for a while, and then they're coming back.
Hey, I want to kind of do a poll. Who agrees with what Hawaiian shirts? Because they're not my thing at all.
We're gonna post a picture of me with a Hawaiian shirt on, and it's gonna be a poll if I look.
Hey, I give Marcus a haircut.
Yeah, she cut my hair. My girlfriend cut my hair. Everybody.
It's fabulous.
Really nice. And
I used to be a cosmetologist, so
you can't.
I can't mention out as a cosmetologist.
A part tit for that.
Scabber.
A part tit for that scabber. Rabbit is scabber.
There's a Kishmirga.
Caleb City for any nerds out there, people who YouTube
Dude,
savvy.
that is so funny.
Oh my god.
Oh man. So hope everybody is well. We have more people, more bands.
Oh yeah, speaking of listeners, speaking of Lisa saying whoever listens, a few weeks ago we had an email notification that we have 50 downloads, and that was a couple weeks ago, and I think that's really cool.
And we've gotten more every day since then.
Yeah, as far as I looked, we had 37 listeners, so that's really cool, and we had over 50 downloads.
I don't know how that works though.
It's cool, and see, like, I like to take every little a goal. Well, it was a goal, every little accomplishment, and I like to over dramatize how amazing it is.
Yeah, he likes to amp everything up 1,000.
But Buzzsprout sent an email to us, and it was like confetti celebration stuff, and I was like, oh, that's really nice that they do something like that, because it makes me think that they appreciate anyone that uses their website, their tools.
It was cool. We were thinking we were maybe gonna have 5 of you guys at most.
Yeah.
I thought the golden number was gonna be 9. And that was gonna be
each
cool
episode
thing.
has a very high amount of numbers too. Like, first episode did really well, second episode did great, and the third one is doing really hot right now. I mean, because we finally got to understand how we were gonna do the podcast. You can always, before you go into something, you can always say and prioritize and analyze how you're gonna do something, and then once you're actually doing it, you either 9 out of 10 times forget what you already planned, or you think you have it all set, but after a couple times doing it, you have a better understanding, and so you you do it better. So yeah, that was really cool. We got that little
especially because I told Marcus he's crazy. I'm like, I'm not a podcast type of person. Here I am doing a podcast.
She's not. She
I'm
said
not
she
a
wasn't.
TikTok person. Here I am.
It took her a minute. At first, I talked about wanting to do it because I thought it was fun when I did it at first. And she was not against it, but she didn't really see she didn't see the side of it that I was that I was trying to push on her, I guess. And so she did one episode, and she liked it a lot. Like I think a whole hour went by, and it felt like maybe 15 minutes. And it's cool because I don't know. I don't know if I think it was a random thing I was gonna touch on. No, I'll say it anyway. Many couples have their own little cliques and gimmicks, and what makes them a good couple or whatever. For me and Lisa, it's so weird saying our name, but we're doing a podcast, so it has to be official.
It's weird hearing you call my name. It feels
weird coming out of my mouth.
It's not that.
But we can talk for hours on end. I know when we first met and we were starting to date, maybe it was talking stages. I don't know. We
didn't have talking stages.
Dating stages. We went. Remember we
literally went on 4 dates.
We drove to a park and we talked for hours.
Oh yeah, we talked until the sun came up, and we parked at a park. But over here by my house, there's this lady with a bunch of chickens, and it's a farm type of thing. And I remember we were over there talking. It was like, remember?
We can actually.
Or those aren't even chickens. What are those?
No, those
hens.
Roosters, hens. Wow.
I don't know my animals.
We have different forms of communication. We can talk serious. We can goof around, and then we can literally sit in bed for an hour and talk, and then kind of realize that we weren't talking at all. We were just kind of like shit was coming out of our asses. It was just.
No.
They're we can do that. It's pretty funny. It's pretty cool.
It's because I like to talk. I remember when I was younger. I used to.
When I was younger.
I used to go to sleep. I used to go to sleep. My cousin's sleepovers, and I would outlast everyone. And my cousin used to be like, "Lisi, I love you, but you need to go to sleep."
Everyone would do that to me. I'm like, okay, I'll go to bed. And low-key, my feelings would be hurt. I'm like, fuck you. You don't want to hear the knowledge I have to speak on? I don't give a fuck about anybody.
Most of the time, it's not knowledge, though. It's just mierda.
It's because I'm a horse of a different color, baby. I'm still a horse of a different color.
4 a.m. You know what happened was, and then it just goes on from there. Or last night, I told you, let's go to sleep. It's already almost 5 a.m. Or 5 a.m. What did we do?
We just talked.
We stood up talking about some mamadas about emo. The emo community.
Yeah, we did.
Which, it's great, but we didn't go to bed till later.
No, we didn't until the sun came up.
But, to get back on track, last week after our episode, Marcus takes long showers. I mean, he has a concert, he does his beard... Another hour.
Which, by the way, I have gone through a stage. I did the quarantine beard. I did it. I didn't like it. It was good for a while.
He doesn't like anything coming from him.
But then it got out of hand. I felt like, I don't know. I feel like there's a certain extent for a guy who can grow a beard, okay? And then it just starts to get out of hand. You know how we saw those TikToks, those guys that have it looks like a horse's tail, and some of them keep it really groomed and nice, but when the wind blows and it just kind of flows like hair on your head, I think it's too much. Not that I ever think my beard can get to that point, but I trimmed it down. I trimmed it down a lot. Every couple of days I'll trim it, and now I'm at a cool point. But who knows? I might just I won't completely shave it off, but.
Even if he did, it would grow back within a week or two. But I remember when we first started dating, I'm going to grow my beard so big. And I was like, no, don't do it. It's not going to look good. Don't do it, girl. And you're like, I was just thinking about it. And then you would do it. And then you were like, you're going to like it. And then I was like, okay, now I got used to it. Now you're trying to shave it down. And guys, I don't know. Maybe some of you like it. The stash is not a thing. Do not shave your face and leave just the stash. I don't like that.
So you do realize, like, Jake and John of Nuke Proofs did it.
Yeah, but they have, like, a different face structure. Like, I don't know.
They have nice facial structures, and I have a round-ass fucking face.
No, it's that you have, like, this beard that just, like, peeks through, and it's, like, it's meant to be there. It's just meant to be there.
Got a Miami Vice look to me. GTA 5, guys.
Hey, but if it's their style, though.
Yeah. Okay, so last week we did a top 20 collective list, and we are going to continue this right now.
This time.
And then we're going to talk about something that we randomly talked about while eating at dinner. And I think it's going to be an interesting topic because we definitely want to hear your guys' thoughts on this too. So we're going to start off with my list, you know, because
I forgot you were going first.
Because I have a list.
Preparing.
And, you know, yeah.
Mine was like, this time I took it so seriously. I had it logged into my computer. I was typing it up. And I really spent I spent like a couple hours on just everything. I discovered a lot of new people. And then, I'm starting a new segment because I think it's necessary. Because the ladies need some recognition. There's going to be like a little segment that I'm going to call Badass Girls / Women, you know. But I found some bands that are just all girls and they kick ass. So I'm going to share that with you guys.
Number 1 on my top 10 list. Talked about it before. I'm going to bring them up again. Hoity Toity. No, I'm sniffling.
Same.
Hoity Toity. Person C.
You push me around, you throw me to the ground, but then I get back up. Why don't you shut up? I know you try to hide behind that stupid iPhone 5. Just get with it. This is real life.
Second favorite song that out of every song they've ever made. I love that song so much. They have this little. When I saw the video that they had like a punk look. Mm-hmm. I loved it a lot.
Hey different guys, colored hair. Marcus gets excited. He starts breathing hard. He's breathing hard.
Number 2 on the list. Well, I don't know why I paused. I had to breathe for a second.
Exactly.
Adjust my
Every
time
you get excited when you want to tell me something, you're like.
I do.
And nothing's even happening.
Number 2 is Public Shadows Shade.
Oh yeah, he
my
played that
favorite song when those dudes played it first at CIA in Hollywood or in Burbank, Hollywood, LA. It's all the fucking same.
No, it's not.
To me, it's all the fucking same. I really don't give a shit. It's far as fuck. But
that is true.
It's favorite song. My favorite song out of the whole album. They took a minute. No, they uploaded it, or I don't know what it was. They had a due date, and Spotify was being weird. It took a minute, and then they finally got it out. And I streamed the hell out of it, and it's my favorite album. It's the one album that they have on there. So you guys should go check it out. Public Shadows, Shade. Number 3 is Cold Weather Kids. Out of Sight, Out of Mind. They have 2 songs, that one and Shaken. And they have some other stuff going on that I'm not going to talk about, even though I kind of sort of did. But that's neither here nor there, because I'm a horse of a different color. Yeah. I think that's the 4th time I said it, so I'm going to chill.
You're still breathing hard, though.
I am, because this list is so good. Number 4 and 5 are like a combo. First one's 18th and Addison, Like Porcelain.
Like porcelain. A massacre or a masochist.
And then I have for 5th, 3, 4, yeah. My 5th one is Forever Starts Today, Optimist. Both incredibly talented, super friendly, awesome bands from New Jersey and Texas. New Jersey is 18th and Addison. Texas is Forever Starts Today. Those guys are really, really cool. It's the first out-of-state show we had, and it was a tour show, which was cool. I don't know which one it was. I think we were maybe I don't know, 5th or 6th on it. I don't know. All I know is that we have it. I saved the flyer. It's kind of gay because I made the flyer. No, I saved their tour flyer of all the dates that they had. It was pretty cool.
Hey, that was the best flyer you had made up to date.
Very impressive flyer I made. No, that one, and then the day after we had a show.
He was to carve each one of the members out.
I did. I did this. I did this new thing where I have, a way of doing that, and it's really cool. I thought it was next level, stepping my game up. A lot of people even told me that they liked how I switched it up. But yes, both bands are really good. Check them out. 18th and Addison and Forever Starts Today. My 7th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, sorry, gosh, my numbers are bad. Number 6 is New Leaf.
Like your memory.
New Leaf, the song Caught
Why can I just keep myself away from you? She makes it harder to ignore. How much more must I endure? How did I get caught?
These guys are really cool. They're very they have Spotify now, but when I caught on to them, they only had a SoundCloud, and they did something very different that I hadn't seen a lot of bands really do, or maybe have, and I hadn't really paid close attention. But they were one of the few bands that kept themselves underground with just being on SoundCloud, which I think is really cool. It's a different. It's all the same approach as far as putting your music out, but I don't know. I think it was just the way they displayed it was really nice, and they're still doing that. It's really cool. They have a couple acoustic songs.
Breathe, Morgan.
I'm really excited.
What the hell's going on here? My pet peeve.
When I made this list, I really didn't I don't know. I made this list, and it's a really good list. I think it's one of my favorite lists I've ever made in my entire existence of life.
He's gonna pass out.
I am. Now, next, because I made this really, really weird. I did it last week too, on the last episode. I'm gonna do it again, and that's gonna be Tiny Stills, her song La La.
Tell me why to care if they think me any less. I don't. Yeah, I don't. When I know one thing that's true.
Very cool. Balloons and everything. I thought it was really cool. Whole song's really nice jam. Very, very uplifting, upbeat pop. Do 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 do.
I want to hang him in his Hawaiian shirt outside.
I can feel the energy. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I am number 8. Population U. And the song they have 20 Feet Tall.
Hi guys.
It's a really high energy song. And it really puts you in a mood. You gotta okay, so when they played at 5 Star Bar, every song that they performed was just very high energy, and they're definitely a band that what do you call it? They're a band that you don't just sit and listen to. I feel like there are many bands that give you different vibes and different feelings and how to act, but this is one of those bands that you definitely sit up and you are engaging, whether you're fist pumping or you're moving and dancing. I feel like if there was ever a time that they've had a show and people didn't move, shame on them. I mean, shame on them. Shame on anybody that does that, period. But this is definitely one of those bands that are...
speaking of that, sorry to interrupt, but, I never was part of the scene, really. The only concerts I would go to were, big concerts with like people that have made it like mainstream and stuff. Not until I met Marcus and he told me like what his idea was, and then I went to his first show and all that stuff. Or no, not his first show. I think it was the second or third. And then I jumped in. Like, why are people so scared? Like, why does everybody stand in like this weird line or stand in the back?
Well, we had many shows that we did that it was just us two.
What do you mean?
Like, it was us two and the whole crowd. Like, there'd be like this giant gap, and it'd just be you and me getting down. Like, fuck it. I mean, yeah, it's our show, but
I mean, even before then, like, a lot of people didn't even know that I was a part of the collective in the beginning. So people used to look at me like I was some weird girl, like, sitting in the front. It's like, that's what you go to the show for. Especially, some people go to see their friends.
Yeah.
I know if that's my friend, if that's my man, and he plays an instrument, I'm gonna be like, whoa! All up in it. Maybe not embarrassing him, but I mean, I'm gonna be in the front. That's the fuck what I went there for.
Number 9 is This Isn't Going to End Well by Heart Like War. Love everybody in that band. It's a very high energy 3-piece band. And what really gets this song for me is Anthony. Fucking
oh, dude, baby.
His drums and drumming. That's what sells the whole song for me, honestly. He's a very talented drummer. There's a lot of talented drummers in this local scene that they don't get a lot of recognition, which sorry, now I'm coming down. Now I'm calming down. Don't get a lot of recognition. And he's definitely one of those guys, those drummers that is very talented
too, and he's supportive. He's like
very supportive.
He's one of the people that we've met along the way that I feel like he's so helpful. Before, I didn't know, as you get to know these bands and these people, you don't know the connections that they have with other bands. And, after a while, you start to notice, like, hey, some of these bands are really good friends with other bands. Like, obviously, everybody that knows and is really cool with Heart Like War, they know how, like, close they are with Saturday. And Anthony does so much with that other band, and they support each other, and he's very supportive when it comes into the scene. And he does photography, too. Super talented guy.
Well, and the final, number 10, go hand in hand together since you just brought them up. It is Saturday.
PCH.
That's like our song. Is Please Call Home, PCH. It's a very good fucking song. Oh my god. I like how
I remember when they dropped it, I think they waited till, like, it was midnight or something. We came home from a show, and we're like, oh, shit, Saturday dropped their stuff. So we came, and then that was one of the first songs that, like, I just happened to click on, and I was stuck to it instantly.
Yeah, we sit there. Honestly, this is exactly what we do. We keep up with everybody who has new music. People, thank you still, everyone that sends us stuff. We have been very, and by very, I mean, it's just been a week, inactive on social media just because of...
Marcus goes hard on himself.
I do, because I feel like I don't know, I like to engage with everybody on there, and
it's just hard to right now because everything's so dead.
Well, not really dead, because see, this is, and right before Lisa gets into her 10, we're gonna do like a little shout for all the no, we'll do it after just because that's a whole other thing we talk about. But
what are you even talking about?
No, like all the new songs. The artists have had new songs come out and everything. We will sit, and it's so funny, there's so many times where, like, we'll come home from a show at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and we'll, like, for example, oh god, I am so sorry. This young came out of nowhere.
This is, I think, 4 or 5 days of going to bed at 5 a.m. catch up.
No, we'll come home from a show like 3 o'clock in the morning, and then, like, for example, Saturday drops their album. we'll sit there and we'll listen to the whole album. And we'll just listen to it over and over, and we'll talk about it, and we like certain parts, favorite parts, whatever. And then we go to bed, and then we wake up, and then we just stream the shit out of it. It's really cool. Like, we have found a very, very particular love in what we do, and it's for both of us. We have different ways of expressing it, and then there's many times when we both feel the same way about a band, and we just go gung-ho for it. So it's really cool.
Especially because then when we finally actually get to book that band, or we have that band,
it's a very surreal
we
feeling.
we know their words, we know the lyrics, we know the songs. It's not just, random, or like, oh, they sounded good once, where that's it. Like, we actually know your songs.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Oh, my goodness, stop yawning.
Keep all these yawns contagious. Did you know yawns are contagious, everyone? And did you also know that was my top 10 hoity-toity, Public Shadows, Cold Weather Kids, 18th and Addison, Forever Starts Today.
Ask him at the end of the episode.
Wow. New Leaf. You're rude. Heart Wars, Saturday, Tiny Stills, and Population.
Such
Now,
cool people. I am not
Lisa's top
rude.
10.
I'm just honest with you. What do you expect? We've been in quarantine forever. We haven't left the house.
Very long.
Like, we've been together, it's like stuck together for, over 2 months? Just here. Okay, so my top 10, it's different than last week. Last week, my top 10 was more like in your feels, kind of. This week is a little different. Some of it's like a little slightly heavier, but I like it. So my first one is Jailbird. They're super cool guys, and they're like the definition of if you hear about a show like where a band is gonna be playing, they're like it. They look like it, they sound like it, and the song that I chose was I Can't Live.
This is all I love, yeah. This is all I need, baby. My obsession's deep now. It's all I can do. Oh, I can't live without it.
That is a very catchy song, and you'll remember it. You'll sing it on the way home, and you'll remember it days later, even after you heard them. And they do a really good job. My next band is Midway. Someone Save Me.
It's better this way, but I can't even see when I call for you.
That one, really, when I sat there and really listened to the lyrics, it was very, very well put together. It was relatable, and it also had like it made you think, and so I like that, especially right now in this time that we're in. You're kind of always thinking about your self-worth and things like that. Carry the Day is my next one. They know who they are. We miss you guys. We love you guys. They're so cool. Someone Else. They're just all around badass, actually. Like, for being so young, like, even the way that they perform, the way that they hype themselves up and they carry themselves, you would think they've been doing this forever. And their songs are, like, I feel like they should be on the radio already. Or they've already been out there. They're really good. Someone Else is the song that I chose. I like all of their songs they put out, but this one is the one that, like, it's about to go down when the song plays. My next artist that I chose is someone that I just got into listening to. I forgot. Oh, just want to let you guys know too. We did that quarantines, or Marcus did that quarantines playlist when this whole thing first started, right?
Well, last month.
Last month?
No, 2 months ago.
Okay, and you guys started adding songs.
No, we started quarantine in March, right?
Yeah.
Almost 2 months, like a little over a month and a half.
Now I caught it. Okay, so when he started that, you guys started adding songs to it, which is really cool. So I was listening to some of the people that you put on there, and I can't remember now the band that put it on. It slipped my mind. But someone suggested the artist Little Lotus, and thank you for that suggestion because it was really good. I liked and I listened through a lot of his songs, but the song that was suggested was called 18.
So just tell me you want me, tell me you need me, tell me you'll come back and you're never leaving. Tell me you want me, tell me you need me, tell me you'll come back and you're never leaving. I was 18 when you loved me, and now I know.
And I found that song really relatable as well. It was very good. And his voice and his song, the way that he goes about putting them together, I like it a lot. So thank you. So if you guys are still putting in requests on that playlist, we are listening to them. So, and we're probably going to start putting all of the artists and the songs that we pick each week on a playlist. So if you guys want to check it out after we give you some snippets, it's right there. So you don't have to really search for it. So just FYI on that. My next band is called Against the Sun, and the song is called Falling Apart. I like these guys a lot. They reached out a while back and they wanted to work with us, and their sound kind of reminded me of, like, they would go out with another band we worked with called Catch and Release, and I like them. We just went into quarantine, and so we couldn't really book anything, but really they have like the screams and like it's a little heavier, but very, very good. You'll like it a lot. Another band that I came across was called Sleep It Off, which they blew my mind. So talented, and they have a different sound that I wasn't used to listening to, but really, really cool and different. The song is called Holding On.
Choking on my nerves again, wondering how my friends have been. 'Cause I'm distant and I'm losing patience. Anxiety has its grip and I don't think I can win.
So check them out. My next band, we have them, and we've had them play with us a few times, and they're our friends, and we miss them, is Lost Dakota, Keeping Secrets. That song is really good, and the music video is really cool. I like how you guys put that together. So give them a listen, give them a watch, because it's worth it. Also, and they're from San Diego. Why are all the good bands from San Diego? Not that we don't have any here, but a lot of the time we come across you guys and we're like, what the heck? How come we haven't heard you before? How come we don't know about this band? And it's because you guys are in San Diego. We were having talks about going to San Diego sometime. We wanted to go in May. Then we're thinking about June. And now everything's kind of blown out of the water. But we have plans to go out there. So when we do, I can't wait to possibly work with you guys again. My next band that I'm talking about, is kind of why I brought it up. They're from San Diego. And they're called Mainsail. I was flipping through their songs, and there was not one song that didn't just like catch my eye. They were so good. Every song seemed like it was a song that I would be able to remember the lyrics and that I would sing along at the top of my lungs while driving in my car type of song. So if those are the kind of songs you like, they are really good. But the song in particular that stuck out to me was called The Silence.
I could never break free from all of the lies that are so entangling. I give up, I give up, I give up. I'm giving up on who I used to be. No matter how hard I tried, I could never break free.
So go ahead and take a listen to that, guys. My next band is new to me. The next two are actually new to me, but I was coming across them when I was on Spotify, and the band is called Happy, and the song is called Drowning. Like, it is one of those songs that it'll stick with you. As soon as I heard it, I was shocked that I hadn't heard them before. And I listened to it twice before I continued on my song search. It was that good. So, I can't wait to listen to more from you guys. The next band that I had, and it's my last band, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, they're my last band. It's called Sincerely Me, and the song that stuck out to me by them, because all of them, like I said, I think they have a good amount out. But I was looking through was For What It's that one to me, I feel like when I come upon a new band, they always have a certain sound, or you kind of flip through, but that song, it was like, okay, I know that I can listen to this band and every one of their songs is gonna kind of blow me away like this. So not only is the song great, but their sound is something where they're gonna catch my eye. The only other band that I kind of felt like that about, which I listen to religiously, is Revelry, where they have a particular sound to them where all the songs aren't the same, but you're gonna like it already. So I like it. So those are my top 10. They're a little bit different, not so much in your feels this week, but really, really good. I like them.
That's a very nice top 10. It's very different.
Everything I do is different.
All over the place.
Not really.
Yeah, it was very nice. You definitely have a different approach.
I do. Every week will be totally different songs and people. I love our friend bands, and I love all of the bands that we worked with, but I will definitely bring up bands that we haven't in hopes that maybe we could. Mm-hmm. But the whole part of this podcast that we want to reach out to is just getting good music out here by bands, local bands, and those bands right there, they're the reason why this whole thing is even worth doing. Mm-hmm. Because you hear so much talent, and that's the whole point. Yes.
Carrying on that with bands and music and stuff, we have a couple bands that have dropped some new stuff. We first have on our list Hoity Toity. I'm talking about Hoity Toity so much. They dropped a whole 8-bit version of their album Not Your Kind. Very fucking cool. My favorite, well, as everyone knows, I always talk about it, is oh my gosh, man, sorry. Okay, so quick side note, is anyone else getting bit like a fucking motherfucker? Because we're over here trying to deal with this whole quarantine and
we put my house is ancient. Okay, it does the job, and I live in a pretty decent area. It's nice, but it doesn't have central AC. So I bought top of the line air conditioners to put up in this house, and they're working beautifully. We haven't even felt the heat at all, but I think in the midst of putting it in and installing them, we let some bugs in, and now we're getting bit.
So
and it sucks.
Back on track. Yes, Hoity Toity has an 8-bit version of their album Not Your Kind, which everyone should honestly go check out. Bandcamp is where you can listen to this. Definitely, for all bands who are on Bandcamp, anything that you can, as far as donations or buying merch, records, albums, any sorts, that is very nice. We've recently noticed that Bandcamp has waived their fees from time to time because of the quarantine, and I think they recently just did that the other day. So definitely check up on all these bands and on their Bandcamp accounts. How I mentioned my favorite song, I love the 8-bit version of that. You Girls did a badass job. From what I don't know, maybe I could be wrong, but somewhere I looked on it, if it was the album or it was the actual whole 8-bit conversion, was Aria from the band. It was pretty cool.
What is 8-bit exactly?
I
heard it. I heard what you were listening to, but what is the exact definite, why? What is it?
What do you mean, why?
Ouch.
You want to know, what 8-bit is?
Yeah. Explain to me. Because I know what it sounds like, but I mean, in detail, what is it?
I feel I'm surprised. I'm no one's ever asked me.
Well, because like I said, guys, I'm not from the music world. I know itty bitty of nothing, like legit nothing. So I'm coming into this like, I remember Brandon from Veridity. He used to talk like all this big music stuff, and I'll be like, yeah, son, okay, I can kind of catch. You know, like when you don't know Spanish and someone's speaking to you in Spanish, but you catch a word that you know here and there. That's how I am in this music world. I understand good music when I listen to it, but when it comes to the lingo, I'm like, I think I heard it though, but I don't know.
No, it's like.
What is it, like a good?
It's just like no. It's like a computer. It's like a.
Like a game.
No. It's just I can say it, but having you understand what I'm saying. Like a computer like, what's the word? Computerized.
Like a computerized.
Yeah, it's
version
a computerized version of the song. Like it's like No, I'd have to. Well, no, you understand what I'm saying. Everyone that listens understands what I'm saying.
Well, yeah, we'll put a clip on it too.
Or you have like a better understanding, because I only know so much. I can only say so much without sounding stupid. Not wanting to sound stupid, but yeah, it's pretty much like a computerized version of the sound, like an original song. You take like little bits and sounds. That's so stupid to say bits of. But no, you take like little like sounds and things like that, and
I didn't mean to put you on blast. I just didn't
No.
know.
Like if I would have known, you would have asked.
Because I heard it, and the only thing that I could think about was like, you know how like Mario has this like.
That's exactly what
that's
that
what
is.
it is, right?
Yeah.
So it's like a
like on the surface explanation of it, yeah, that's what it is.
Okay.
Tiny Stills dropped a new song too, "Dating in the Apocalypse," which is a really good song. Anything she really puts out, honestly.
How current?
Like how current and what's the word?
Have you seen that they have like Hinge video dates now and like Match video dates now? Marcus asked me the other day, because that's how we met. He like slid in my DMs after finding me, and then we ended up going on a date. But if like we weren't using Match though. But, like, if we would have... He asked me how would we have felt if we would have had our first date through the video and then met up after quarantine in person. Would I still have, like, feelings? And that's kind of hard to tell. Like, I don't know.
Like, you can have this conversation with
Can
somebody.
you love me through FaceTime and through person, honey? Don't know.
Yeah.
What about it, like...
Next on the list is Black Mansions.
Now that he would have been wearing those Hawaiian shirts.
Black Mansions is... I want to say it's a project. It's a project from Tom of 18th and Addison. His another new band, Black Mansion. The song is called "Don't Scream." It's very different. There's not many bands that we know of that have that type of sound, so it's kind of cool to be introduced to a different sound. Very good song. Very cool band. They already have, I think, like over 150 monthly listeners on Spotify.
Great accomplishment, guys.
Yeah, that's very impressive. And then another one, which I was stumbling upon as we were recording, Crash Overcast. Their new album came out. This user's hair looks like a chocobo. I'm sorry, Final Fantasy talk, my bad.
How are you finding it on my phone?
I'm still playing that game on Instagram.
He's still playing Final Fantasy.
I'm on chapter 16 out of 18, guys. I'm still doing it. Okay, so yeah, When All the World's Asleep, their album is finally out. It's available on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, YouTube, and everywhere else. That's literally reading off that post, but that's cool. Amazon Music.
Yeah,
that's
Amazon Prime.
Yeah, that's cool. I like how, like, you know, again, bands are utilizing any shape, way, and form they can to get their music out. It's really cool. I like that a lot.
The other ones that I have at the time,
yeah, Lisa found a couple good ones.
I didn't see this, so these are just my discoveries from last week when I was searching. But it's already passed. It came out April 12th. But Seasons Change is a really great band, guys, and they from their new EP that they just dropped, Not Sorry is a wonderful song, but the EP was called Perpetual. And it was pretty good. I was listening to snippets going through, and I like it. So give that, a listen. I also found a band called In Her Own Words. And I don't know who's heard of them or not, but I don't know how I've never heard of them before. Their song, Serotonin, I was like wowed by it. I was really wowed by it. They also have another song called Right Now. And I think it's called the Right Now bonus track. That one is very, 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 very good. And so they're definitely in my list now, and I'm probably going to bring them up more often because I'm interested to see more of their songs as I get to like familiarize myself with them. I talked about him earlier briefly because I put him in my top 10, but I was glad that he was suggested because that Lotus Kid, Tiny New Bedroom, that one is very, very cool. Like, he has a different song. It's not even, like, poppy. It has, like, an upbeat tune to it, but some of the lyrics are a little, like, they are very serious, emotional lyrics. So I find that guy really cool. This other band, they have a really interesting name, so if I ever do get to talk to them, I would want to ask them why. But their name is called Insects in the Engine. And, their song is, they are One Last Chance, but their song that they're called is Insects in the Engine. That's what the song is called. And, it's pretty good. Like, it's very emotional, and I can see why maybe Insects in the Engine, they're getting damaged or something, but very good song, very good band, but it's Last Chance. I have it kind of flipped over when I was reading it. The other new band that I think you guys should check out is called, The New Varsity, and the song that I really liked by them was called Not What You Thought I'd Be. And that one, I actually like resonated with it a lot, so I hope that some of you guys would too if you listen to it. My other segment that I was talking about is called Badass Girls. I stumbled upon these 3 girl bands. I'm pretty sure I'm late to the freaking show about this, but my first one, she's not banned, or at least I don't think so. I came across her Spotify. Her name is called Alina Rihanna. She is a badass. She's got this pink hair and like this whole sass to her. She kind of reminded me of like how it was when we met Bella Ruby, and very similar to where I was instantly glued, but her song Fixed Me is very good. She has another song called Sugar, something. I didn't get to write it down, but you guys should give her a listen. I really, really would love to book her in the future if that were even possible. My next band, and I know this is a band for sure, and then they're actually TikTok famous. Marcus came across them earlier on his page, is Crimson Apple. Their song Sorry Now and Can't Get Out of Bed, they're really, really good. They have like this, I don't know, it's not pop-ish either, but their voices individualized, that you can hear them throughout the song, and it's very cool. It's edgy, but it's still upbeat enough, but it's great. I like it a lot. They're really, really, really different, but in the best way possible. The last one, I don't think they're from around here from what I've seen, and I know they dropped a new EP, I believe, with some songs in it on April 10th, so I'm a little bit behind. But the band is called Meet Me at the Altar. I don't know if you guys have heard of them or not, but they're super cool. I think they're a 3-piece. And the songs, they're May the Odds Ever Be in Your Favor, Beyond My Control, and Tyranny. Tyranny. They are, they're cool. Like, they have this whole look to them as well. Slightly different than Crimson Apple, and a little bit less poppy, but great. Overall, great. So if you're into this whole thing, we gotta empower our women and, congratulate them for all of the coolness they've done along with everybody else. Check them out, because they're really, really cool. I was doing all this while Marcus was in the shower, so some of these bands I was barely getting to show him right before.
So, off topic, Lisa got herself a new Apple Watch band. Pink. The reason why I said it is because she's decked out in all pink. Her nails are pink. Her shirt's pink. Her shorts are pink. Her lips are pink. And her bands are pink. It's her face, you'd think it would bright red, blushing, but no, it's blushing pink. Everything about this woman's pink right now.
I'm feeling it.
She got new bands, and I decided to update myself with everybody.
Hey,
and I got AirPods.
Couple hack for the week, okay?
What is the hack?
So, with me and Marcus, we're at Walmart, and I needed new setting spray and something else. So I told Marcus, hey, babe, you want to get me my makeup? He's like, oh, no, you know what? You got more than I do right now. Let's just wait till I get paid. Okay, babe, no worries. We go to Target the next day, and this fool walks out with what are they, AirPods? Apple AirPods. I was like, what happened to you being careful or waiting? Then he's been rocking them AirPods every single day.
Let's just say Mother's Day is going to be nice. Am I right, boys?
No. Shitball. And so then this guy had that's not the end. This guy had the audacity to be like, Jacob suggested I do a TikTok and I remove all my tattoos. Can I use your makeup?
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh, you want to use my makeup after you didn't want to buy it. So the answer is no.
Am I right, fellas? Am I fucking right? No,
you're wrong.
But those AirPods are cool. I was fucking around with them yesterday, and you can like tap one side. You can customize a tapping to make them do certain things. I saw this TikTok, and no, some of you would be like, please don't tell me you did it. I saw a TikTok. The dude was smacking the fuck out of his forehead, and that's how he was controlling his AirPods. This shit was fucking like
I would have seen
he was like, and it changed to the next song, and he would like smack his head one time, and the song would pause. I don't understand that. It's pretty.
I don't know. TikTok be wildin' now.
It'd be pretty horse of a different color.
You want when you sexy.
Oh my god. So while we were eating dinner the other night, we had a discussion about nostalgia 90s and what was I forget what sparked the conversation, but maybe it was because the no, I really don't know what sparked it. But we were talking about Nintendo 64. Because so for the longest time, like, so we have Nintendo Switches, right? And so we were talking about playing Mario games.
And then we're saying that PSP came before its time.
Yeah, PSP came well before its time. Like, it was too advanced. Like, we were not ready. Okay,
we weren't ready.
We were not ready for the PSP.
It.
We didn't, because it's very underrated. And there's a few people. Emmett from Catch and Release, he has one, and I've been seeing him play a bunch of games.
My mom has one, but my mom was one of those Latina moms where, like, we would get something new for the house. She'd be like, oh, we got a new PSP. No one was able to touch it because it had to stay in mint condition. And so no one ended up playing it. And eventually, like, fun fact, my mom, we asked her for it the other day now that we've been talking about it. And she hid it so well that she fucking forgot where it's at. So it's just hidden somewhere. She doesn't know where to put it.
Fucking brand new
technically
brand
it's
brand new PSP. And
the only time it got used is when I used to sneak into her room to use it to go on MySpace to message boys when I was younger. That was it.
That led to talks of like the GameCube, the N64. I'm going to get this house an N64 because
he's determined.
4 people can play on this sucker. We can start.
Who remembers 007?
The Golden Gun. And I'm gonna get her into the Mario Party. Those were good games.
I just remember the regular Mario. That's all. And then like I used to play Battlestar Galactica. That one was good.
I want to say Star Fox. Star Fox was fun.
Ooh. But, okay, so we were talking about it. Because I was just telling Marcus right now. Okay, anybody else that's kind of, like, in that era, he didn't really know, but I know my girls know. Okay, back then when you used to go to the swap meet, I remember I used to go to the Pomona indoor swap meet and take pictures. And you would, like, stun out with your lip gloss and, like, have your, like, serious poses and these little backdrops, and then they would print out the pictures, like, an hour later, and you would hand them all to your friends at school, and everybody's folder was, like, covered in them. Marcus was like, we didn't do that, maybe because he's a guy, but I know you girls remember. It was just, like, a different time back then.
No, my mom and dad took photos like that. Fuck, dude. And then they got me and my sister when we were kids.
Yeah, because those are the best photos.
Yeah, there's a picture of me and my sister you posted that Jennifer showed you.
Oh, yeah.
We're back to back.
You look identical than you do right now.
Fucking little A little face.
But like the night, I don't know, everything was just so much better. I remember I had just seen this thing too where, it was like this grandpa, he made this cart for this little baby. And it was cute. But like back then, you used to go to your grandma's house and all your cousins and you used to pile up in a room. That's what we used to do. And we used to dance and eat hot Cheetos and watch those. That's what we were talking about too. Those bootleg movies. How you would buy them $7 and there would be like the heads popping up. But you'd be like, oh, I just saw the new Grudge movie. Or I just saw this movie. And like that was like a whole different time back then. Like, just the world was just different. It was memories. It was cool. Now it's like
the coolest time to be alive.
And the thing that made us remember that too is because right now my daughter, she's 6. She's not even 7 yet, but her and all her little cousins, they're in this time right now where they have phones. Me and Marcus just bought her an iPhone. And so she's doing these TikToks, and they're so cute. And she's FaceTiming and texting my parents, and the whole thing is really cute. But it just kind of reminds you we're in a different era for sure. Man, I had house phones, and I had my 2 best friends that would call me all the time, and then whoever decided to call me after, my mom would be like, she's already used her hour for the day, so call back tomorrow or see her at school.
Can you imagine what your grandkids of that generation, what will be considered normal when they're growing up?
Ooh,
at 6
I don't
and
even
7?
want to know. I want to be sipping a mimosa in my living room watching This Is Us. Like, I don't.
Scary. Digitally drinking a mimosa.
Digitally drinking?
Because everyone thought that would be in the future in 2020, and dear God, this is not the future.
But the thing is, it is. It is, but at the same time, it's just different because what it is now, people are so busy trying to fight what was, and like I don't know, like we were just talking about that, like racism is still a big thing because we've seen like those 2 people that killed that guy in broad daylight and were released, and then you see these big riots and all this stuff that are gonna come out. We have like these viruses, the killer hornets. Supposedly COVID is connected to some sickness in New York that's killing children from the ages of 2 to 15. Like, and then you have all these cases that are skyrocketing, but yet they're trying to open. It's just like,
it's all wild.
It's all really crazy right now. Just the whole world, even the way that it was ending last year. Of course, no one predicted this, but it's just a different time that we live in from when I was younger. When I was younger, it was really what it is. Like, okay, you use the phone too much. Okay, we're going to watch a movie. Okay, we're going to do this. Okay, we're going to do that. Now, it's not like that. Kids are different. Everything's different. Even teachers are different. Homeschooling is not for me, guys. Send me wine. A lot of it. I'm not good at it.
Send me your wine.
Send me all the wine.
All the wines all the times.
Give me all the wines all the times.
Oh,
the other day
Lord.
when I took out that mango one like nothing. It had been a long day.
Yeah, it was. Oh my gosh. Alright, guys. This was a very straightforward episode. And we covered a lot. We covered a lot of music. There's a lot of new bands. Well, to us is new. Probably is old to everybody else. And then we got to talk a little bit about what's been going on in the scene. It's very awesome that the scene is still lively, still going on. Oh, and there it is. That's the last thing I didn't get to talk about. It was why I was so hyped this whole fucking episode.
What was that, like a feather?
I don't know. It was like lint or something. MachineGunKelly came out with a new song for his pop punk album that was supposed to be dropped out in February 2 months ago, but it's coming out as a summertime album. Bloody Valentine with Travis Barker. Holy fucking shit. I'm legitimately waiting for that song, if it ever will, come out on TikTok so I can abuse the shit out of it with lip singing. But it's a really good song. He dropped a lyric video for it, and they also did like a quarantine music video. It's all really cool. You guys should check it out.
Y'all, Marcus is still TikTok famous, and
TikTok
mine is
famous.
still dry. My daughter's TikTok that she just got like 2 days ago has more everything than mine does. I don't know what's going on.
TikTok fame, TikTok shame. I don't know. But that's where we're going to leave you guys at. We're clocking out at 54 minutes. That's how we like to do it. An hour. And it didn't even seem like it was an hour long. It's, it felt like it was like 10, 15 minutes. What's the confusion?
1 like, bro. That's it. There's no confusion. It's just disappointment. TikTok was not for me. I didn't know I was boring, guys. Apparently, I'm not meant to be TikTok famous. Sad.
There's a lot of people.
So you're saying that it's true then?
No, you let me finish my sentence.
Yep. Yeah.
There's a lot of people that haven't been graced by your TikTok innuendo.
Well.
So we'll catch you guys in episode 5 2 weeks from now, Friday. We're sorry what happened with episode 3. It was all jumbled up, but we got that taken care of. This one's coming out as scheduled.
My sister, guess who's coming out for Grandma's birthday through plane? Who?
And we will see you guys 2 weeks
Bye, guys.
from now.
Give them a listen.